Have you ever wondered what truly separates the financially successful from everyone else? It's not always about earning more. In fact, plenty of high earners still struggle with debt, stress, and financial insecurity. The real difference often lies in habits, mindset, and how money is managed. Welcome back to Empower and Thrive. Today, we're diving into 12 things rich people tend to do differently with their money. These aren't just tips for millionaires, they're practical actions you can start implementing right now to build long-term financial strength and freedom. Number 1. The first big difference? Rich people understand and fully take advantage of the power of compound interest. They know that building wealth isn't just about how much you earn, but how effectively your money grows over time. Rather than letting their cash sit in low-yield savings accounts, they invest it in assets that generate returns because they know that compound interest rewards consistency and patience. When you earn interest not only on your initial investment, but also on the interest it already earned, your money starts to grow exponentially. Rich people make this process work in their favor by starting early and staying invested. They don't obsess over timing the market, they focus on time in the market. Even modest returns, when compounded over years or decades, can snowball into significant wealth. It's not a quick win, but a long game that pays off in ways most people underestimate. Second, they live below their means, even when they don't have to. While it's easy to associate wealth with luxury cars, designer wardrobes, and extravagant holidays, the reality for many self-made millionaires is quite different. Most of them are surprisingly modest in how they live and spend. Instead of trying to project an image of success, they focus on maintaining control over their finances. They spend consciously, always considering whether a purchase aligns with their long-term goals and values. They look for quality and value, not just price tags or brand names. Crucially, they avoid lifestyle inflation, the tendency to increase spending as income grows. Just because they can afford more doesn't mean they feel the need to buy more. This discipline allows them to save and invest more, which builds real wealth over time. The goal isn't to impress anyone but to create flexibility, freedom, and peace of mind. Warren Buffett is a famous example, still living in the same Omaha home he bought back in 1958. It's not that he lacks the means to upgrade, but that he doesn't feel the need to. It reflects his belief that money should be a tool, not a status symbol. Third, rich people know exactly where their money goes. They pay close attention to their spending, regularly review their bank and investment accounts, and make decisions based on clear, accurate information. This doesn't mean they obsess over every single transaction or micromanage every coffee purchase, but they are deliberate and intentional with how they use their money. They often rely on budgets or spending plans, not as rigid rules, but as flexible roadmaps that help align their financial actions with their long-term goals. This kind of clarity gives them a strong sense of control and helps them stay on track, especially when life gets busy or unexpected expenses pop up. By consistently monitoring their finances, they avoid the common trap of wondering where all their money went at the end of the month. Instead, every dollar has a purpose and nothing gets lost in the shuffle. Number 4, they build multiple income streams. Relying on a single paycheck is risky, no matter how stable it seems. Rich people diversify their income through things like rental properties, dividends, businesses, or side ventures. It's not about working non-stop, it's about building systems and assets that generate money over time, often passively. This creates stability and speeds up wealth building. In many wealthy households, everyone contributes financially in some way. Even if one person isn't working a traditional job, they might manage investments, run a small business, or generate income online. There's a shared mindset of contribution and resourcefulness, which strengthens the household's financial resilience and momentum. The goal is to reduce dependency on any one paycheck or person and create a network of income sources that supports long-term stability. Fifth, they avoid bad debt like the plague. Not all debt is created equal, and rich people know the difference. While they may use leverage strategically, such as taking out a mortgage on an investment property or a business loan that generates income, they steer clear of high-interest consumer debt. Credit card balances, payday loans, and financing for depreciating items like luxury cars or electronics are all major red flags. These types of debt don't just cost money up front, they grow over time thanks to compound interest working in reverse. Instead of building wealth, you're building someone else's. When interest accumulates on an unpaid balance month after month, it becomes a snowball of financial stress that's hard to escape. Rich people understand that carrying this kind of debt quietly eats away at future options and slows down their momentum. That's why they make it a priority to pay it off quickly, or better yet, avoid it entirely. For them, debt is a tool to be used carefully, not a trap to fall into. Number 6, they focus on long-term goals, not short-term gratification. This mindset shift is one of the most powerful differences between those who build lasting wealth and those who don't. Instead of spending impulsively or chasing every shiny new thing, rich people pause and ask, will this decision move me closer to my goals? They weigh today's wants against tomorrow's rewards. Whether they're saving to launch a business, investing steadily for retirement, or working toward building generational wealth, they understand that real success often requires patience. They're willing to wait, to plan, and to stay the course even when it's tempting to splurge. This kind of discipline builds on itself over time. Just like compound interest turns small, consistent investments into large sums, the habit of making thoughtful financial choices compounds into long-term freedom and opportunity. Delaying gratification doesn't mean never enjoying life, it means being intentional, so the bigger picture stays in focus. Number 7, rich people constantly learn about money. Financial literacy isn't just something you learn once, it's a lifelong process. Rich people read books, listen to podcasts, talk to experts, and stay curious. They understand taxes, inflation, investing, and market trends. This knowledge helps them make informed decisions and spot opportunities others might miss. If you grew up not learning these things, it's never too late to start. Every bit you learn gives you more power over your financial future. Number 8, rich people protect their wealth. Once money starts growing, it's no longer just about how to make more, it's about how to keep and preserve what they've built. They take risk management seriously and use legal and financial tools like trusts, insurance policies, wills, and diversified investment portfolios to shield their assets. These aren't just for the ultra-wealthy, anyone building wealth can benefit from these strategies. They also understand that having the right professionals in their corner is essential. A good accountant, financial advisor, or estate planner isn't just another expense, it's an investment in long-term stability and smart decision-making. Rich people aren't afraid to build a team when needed because they know that managing significant wealth comes with complexity, and trying to do it all alone can lead to costly mistakes. Number 9, they give strategically. While generosity might not seem like a wealth-building habit, many rich people intentionally build philanthropy into their financial plans. Whether it's donations, scholarships, or community programs, giving is often part of their purpose. But they give with intention. They research causes, measure impact, and use their wealth as a tool for meaningful change, rather than just writing random checks. This isn't about financing all your slacking relatives, it's about building up the causes you believe in, while also building a network of like-minded people. Number 10, rich people are comfortable with calculated risk. Building wealth means getting comfortable with uncertainty. That doesn't mean being reckless, but it does mean stepping outside of your comfort zone. They might launch a business, invest in a volatile asset class, or move into an unfamiliar market. The key is preparation. They do their research, seek advice, and have contingency plans, but they don't let fear paralyze them. Number 11. Rich people teach the next generation. For many wealthy families, financial education is just as important as the wealth itself. They're intentional about passing down knowledge, not just money. That means having real conversations with their children about budgeting, saving, investing, and the value of hard work. They often involve their kids in age-appropriate financial decisions, whether it's managing a small budget, contributing to charitable giving, or even sitting in on discussions about the family business. The goal is to build confidence and competence early, so the next generation understands both the responsibility and opportunity that comes with money. This is a long-term strategy, ensuring that wealth doesn't just disappear after one generation but continues to grow and support future ones. Teaching these lessons helps create a legacy that's not just financial, but grounded in values and good judgment. And finally, number 12, rich people think in terms of ownership, not just consumption. While many people focus on spending, upgrading to the latest phone, buying designer clothes, or leasing a flashy car, wealthy individuals ask a different question. how can I own a piece of this? Instead of just buying the newest gadget, they might invest in the company that produces it. Rather than spending all their income on rent, they work toward owning property, even if it starts small. This ownership mindset shifts the focus from short-term satisfaction to long-term value. They look for ways to turn everyday spending into equity, to turn liabilities into assets, and to have their money work for them in the background. It's a simple concept, but a powerful one that grows stronger over time. The more they own, the more leverage they gain, leading to greater security, more opportunities, and ultimately, more freedom to live life on their own terms. You don't need to be born into wealth to start doing these things. Every financial decision is a chance to shift in the right direction. Whether you're budgeting for the first time or buying your first stock, you're building the habits that form the foundation of real, lasting wealth. So the real question is, which of these habits can you start today? Even small steps can lead to major change over time. And if you're already doing some of these, keep going. Financial success isn't about perfection, it's about persistence and consistency. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you something to think about, consider liking and subscribing so we can keep creating helpful, empowering content just like this. And if you have your own money habit that's made a difference, share it in the comments. We'd love to hear it. Until next time, keep thriving.